Hi, I'm Josh, and this is Cars and Joshy.
Alright, y'all, I got one of those cheap 18 performance Amazon transmission dipsticks for the 4L80, and I've been beating on it and trying to get it down in there with a punch from up here, and it just doesn't want to go, so I'm going to pull it back out and try something different here. See if I can get it on there. But anyways, this is it right here. So let me pull it out and see if my other idea will do something. If I ruin it, that's okay. I'll just go and get a Lokar one or something, but I'm gonna try something. So I can only get it in there right here where you can see where the paint's coming off of this, which, well, that's pretty awesome. That's gonna go right into the transmission oil. That's where you want paint. Cheap stuff. Anyways, I'm gonna use this, see if I can cut it closer to where these O-rings are. Maybe I can get it to go in. I got it cut down, but I don't know how well it's gonna work. I think because of cutting it, it seemed to have like pushed this edge of the O-ring groove in a little bit to where the O-ring kind of pushes out a little, but I'm gonna take it down there, see if I can get it to go in. Yeah, so that's definitely a no-go. I tried it again after cutting it down, and really it's just pushing the O-ring out. As soon as I get up to the O-ring, it's kind of pushing it out of its groove, and it's not really seating down inside the bore like it's supposed to. So this is definitely a no-go. I'm going to go ahead and order from Lokar. So I'll be back whenever I get the Lokar kit. I got my transmission dipstick in from Speedway Motors. It's Lokar. So I'm going to go ahead and install this. We'll see how it fits compared to the cheap Amazon 18 Performance. Lokar one is just a little bit longer, it looks like. Feed it down through the top of the engine down towards the transmission. See if I can get it down where it needs to be. Yeah, I think that's as far down as it goes. There's no sides of the rubber grommet like pushing out, bubbling out, or flaring out anywhere. But it's just not sitting down where I thought it was going to be sitting. I thought it would be all the way flush against the pan, but it's not. Guess I'm going to call that good. If I can get the camera down here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So that's what I'm talking about right there. You see it doesn't look flush, like it's all the way in, but I can't get it to go down any further than that. And when I was putting it in there earlier, you know, there'd be one side of the rubber grommet kind of bulging out, like I didn't have it in there evenly. And one side of the grommet was pushing out, but the grommet is even all the way around. There's no bulges, not even on the back side. I took a look on the back side. There ain't no bulges on that side. It's just not going down any further. So I guess that's the correct depth and the correct length where it's supposed to sit for this 4L80. I did kind of hold the tube up against the transmission housing, and I put the grommet, I put this piece flush against here, and the full mark on the dipstick tube was hanging down a little bit further than where it should be. you want your full mark to be about a 1/4 inch higher than this mating surface where the pan meets the transmission case. You want your full mark to be about a 1/4 inch higher. And when I lined up the transmission tube, the full mark was actually kind of low. So that's why I'm thinking this is the correct height, because with this gap right here, that would put the full mark about a 1/4 inch above the mating surface. So I think that's right. So I'm gonna run with it like that. Like I said, I checked all the way around it. There's no bulging of this rubber grommet. So I think that's as far down as it needs to be. So I'm gonna go back up top and go ahead and mount the bracket to the firewall and put the dipstick in. We'll be done with this one. Alright, it's kind of a pain to have to do it this way, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop this fuel pressure regulator down and mark where this needs to go, and then I'm just going to take off the AC delete plate to drill the holes for the bracket, maybe even mount the bracket on here, come back and put the hose up through the bracket, because I'm not really going to have good leverage to drill a hole with the lid here. It seems excessive work, but that's what I need to do. Helps if you plug drill in. There we have it. Let's put this back on. Alright, all I need to do now is grab the inner measuring cable for the transmission fluid. Perfect. Slid right in there, super smooth. So, I like that. There we go. So yeah, definitely don't get cheap Amazon transmission dipstick tube. It doesn't work, it won't go in there. So go with Lokar, or if you can, make the factory one work. I couldn't make it work, I couldn't make it clear the supercharger over here, because I've got the lid spacer and adapter plates on here, so it raises everything up a little bit, so I couldn't clear the factory transmission dipstick tube. But Lokar one works out very well. I know I'm gonna have to relocate this probably whenever I do my AC, my vintage air kit. But that's gonna do it for this video. Thanks for watching Cars and Joshy. Josh out.